will start with introducing myself. My name is Marc de Peuter, founder of MDP International Realty. At MDP, we stand for exquisite properties and discrete transactions, but beyond that, our values are rooted in trust, human relationships, and discretion. We curate truly exclusive off-market properties that you can find elsewhere, always with a focus on long-term value and personal connections. Working along the Swiss-Greek axis, we bridge two worlds of sophistication to deliver opportunities that are as rare as they are meaningful. It is my honor today to moderate a conversation with two leaders who are actively building the future of the Athens Riviera. Kyriakos Tsagalidis, founder and CEO of QProject. He established QProject in 2014, a company that today employs 60 people and leads high-complexity projects across Greece and beyond. The company has shaped contemporary landmarks that enhance Greece's tourism and urban identity, from Delta Restaurant at the Stavros Niarchos Foundation Cultural Center and the large-scale renovation of Eagle's Palace in Chalkidiki to luxury villas for Club Mediterranee. QProject has also executed flagship retail environments for global brands such as Adidas, Nike, Pandora, and Boggi Milano, alongside new offices for Hack the Box. Our second speaker is Stelios Karavassilis, founder of the Home Developments. Stelios is an experienced finance and business professional and entrepreneur with more than 25 years of experience in real estate, banking, and private equity, having led multi-billion transactions across the Middle East and Europe. Stelios is the founder and CEO of the Homes Developments, a boutique luxury real estate developer in Greece, focusing on residential projects in the Athens Riviera and sought-after destinations like Portoheli and Antiparos. He's also partnered at Pharos Capital, a private equity firm investing in hospitality assets across Greece. Together, we will explore how visionary projects are reshaping coastal Athens, attracting capital and positioning the Riviera as a global investment destination. Let's begin with looking at the big pictures, the projects that are actively reshaping the Athens Riviera today. To set the stage, I'd like to ask you both about the future you see for the Athens Riviera through the developments you're leading. First of all, what flagship projects are currently shaping the Riviera, and what is their long-time vision? Excuse me.
Thanks a lot, Mark. First of all, I would like to thank Ioanna for inviting me here today. Ioanna, many thanks for this. Firstly, I would like to say that we are children of the big economical crisis, unfortunately. So we were born in this, and sitting here today, it's a little bit amazing for me, because we began our company in 2014, right in the middle, in the heart of the big economical crisis in Greece, and I never thought that we would sit down here today discussing about magnitude of the projects and GDPs, etc. So, in my opinion, now the global investors are firmly have their attention on Greece. And the opportunities that there are in the Greek economy are vastly spanning through hospitality, grey hair economy, residencies, logistics, and infrastructure. I wouldn't discuss about the projects that everybody knows from Ellinikon or One and Only or Mandarin Hotel or other mega projects that are already been done in the Riviera, but I would stay a little bit under the radar, because there are so many different enterprises and businesses that risen up and constructed in the Riviera that nobody knows, but they are creating a very high-level income stream every year, and I would like to stay in this. So I will talk about three different projects from three different sectors that have already implemented from our company, constructed from our company in the Athens Riviera. I will begin firstly with the one signature, I will say, residential building that is being built in Vouliagmeni, right above Okeanida Coast, and it was designed by the 314 Architectural Design Studio in 2015, if I remember well. And in my opinion, this was the architectural design that changed the whole Riviera, because everybody took this monumental first design, the study, and implemented with curves and different aspects of architecture in other buildings. So this is a 7-story building. It's going to be delivered the next 5 months, and it's going to be certified with BREEAM certification. The next one is Hack the Boxes offices. It is a 3-story building of offices of around 3,000 square meters that it was implemented from us in Flisvos Marina. And it was LEED Platinum, and I would say that not only the construction was amazing and the magnitude of the exposure of the construction is very nice, but also we have to discuss about the company itself, because companies are going to make the difference in the Athens Riviera, not only the constructions. Because Hack the Box is one of the first startups in Greece, and the first that is going to be a unicorn over €1 billion within 2025. So you have to understand the client behind the construction. And the last one, it was this monumental restaurant that we were part of it as contractors, and I'm talking about the Delta restaurant in Stavros Niarchos Cultural Center, which was designed from Reggio Piano and Mr. Kois. An amazing building, an amazing construction. It was voted, nominated between the 10 best constructions all around the world in restaurants from Forbes in 2022, sorry. So we are very proud of, having done this kind of projects, but we are very proud cooperating also with the enterprises.
Thank you. Stelios?
Hi. First of all, thank you for the invitation, and Ioanna and the organizers. Great event for one more time. Athens Riviera Summit is becoming an institution for what's happening here in the south. We have been talking since morning about all the interesting projects that are happening, starting from the mega project of the Hellinikon, and then one and only what George was saying before, a few years back, the Four Seasons project, the Astera, the Vouliagmeni Marina. I think all of these are important milestones that we are touching on. I think since we have talked a little bit about this, and in the interest of time, one of the most important elements here, once we attract these people, is how we make them happy, how we make sure that they want to be here and they want to spend their time here. And I think what's happening on the leisure side, what's happening on all these new F&B developments that are being created, what's happening with certain wellness facilities, cycling tracks, walking areas that are being created. These are important because they create the whole ecosystem that all these newcomers, new residents that the Athenian Riviera is attracting, they're interested into. Couple these with infrastructure, couple these with the right schools, with the right security and safety environment that we need to create. I think that's what will truly make the Athens Riviera unique in the years to come.
Okay, thank you very much. What are the biggest challenges in bringing premium projects to life? Is it permitting, infrastructure, supply chain, talent?
Everything. Pursuing permitting and bureaucracy, and unfortunately in Greece, permitting acceptance and bureaucracy generally from archaeology, urban planning, or local authorities is terrible. You know, I think that Greece is the only country all around the world that you can sleep this night with a building factor of 1.2, and the next day you will wake up with 0.8. It's unbelievable. So there are so many problems that we have to solve in this kind of plans and legislation. Also, infrastructure and traffic. Unfortunately, we don't have yet the right infrastructure in order to anticipate in this kind of monumental constructural works that we are facing in Riviera. We have to improve them. We have to make metro lines furthermore. Also, the connection, the connectivity with the tram has to be as soon as possible expanded. And also, we have to take care about buses, trains, etc.
That was my next question, actually. How important are infrastructural links, marinas, transport, airports for unlocking value?
Yes, they are very crucial because, airports are very crucial for the annual connectivity of the individual and institutional investors. They must have the opportunity to visit their sites or Greece every time, all around the year. And this is how we are creating a year-round income every year. Also, marinas. If I remember well, Asteri Palace has already been made new berths of mega yachts over 100 meters. It's never happened again in Greece. This is very promising and very prominent for the future. We have to penetrate in marinas. We have to put money in marinas. We have to invest in marinas. This will bring high net worth individuals more closer to us, and mega yachts also will be parked in the Greek seas.
Thank you.
I would definitely agree with Kyriakos. I think all of these challenges that you mentioned are part of the day-to-day life for a developer. If I had to pinpoint one, I would think navigating the legislative framework has been particularly challenging over the last 18 months. We've had a lot of changes. High Court decision came out. There are still quite a few things that need to be clarified. So I would say that has been a challenge for us, navigating this. Obviously, with the big development next door, Ellinikon, they have attracted a lot of the skilled workforce. So the smaller developers, we're sort of trying to find the right people so that we can complete our projects on time. And to that respect, we foster our partnerships, we foster our relationships, we pay on time, sometimes ahead of time. These are all the stuff that we have to do to make sure that we can complete our projects on time. On your second question about the importance of connectivity, I mean, these two are interrelated. If we draw global parallels, wherever you have good infrastructure, wherever you can bring the people in an efficient way, wherever they can reach easily their destination, that's where you see growth, that's where you see real estate prices appreciating, and these are all the nice stuff that are happening.
Thank you. So you've touched on vision and scale, but premium real estate is also about quality and what gets built. Let's dive into what really defines premium in today's development. That brings us to the next dimension: design, sustainability, and innovation in construction. From a constructor's perspective, what defines premium today? Is it materials, design, technology, services?
Well, generally, I would say the first of all is timeless architectural design, because this is what, a construction has to be as endless as we can. It's not endless, but you know what I mean. So, a timeless architectural design is the first one. The other parts that we should provide in order to have high and premium constructions in Greece can be divided in two. The first one is materials. So we have to work with eco-friendly materials such as stone, timber, or low-carbon concrete. Secondly, we have to have good craftsmanship. Unfortunately, the last decade, the decade of 2010 until 2020, we lost in Greece, because of the economical crisis, many workers, many good workers, many workers with expertise and high-end from Albania, Romania, or Polish. All these workers went back to their countries, which they are flourished. So now we are step back and sit down with the expertise that we needed to have. It's not, in my opinion, it's not a solution bringing here 300 or 500, workers from India or from Egypt or everywhere else, because you cannot provide to the client the quality that you need to provide with those guys. So what we have to do is step a little bit back and do things properly and with better, time deliveries. The last one after the construction, I would say that we should take care of technology in order to control all the venues with IoT applications or BMS and smart homes, and also try to provide, after the construction, to the clients concierge services, maintenance, and general security. This is what we should have in order to bridge quality with timelines.
How do ESG principles and green certifications influence your projects?
Sorry, how?
How do ESG principles and green certifications influence your project?
Unfortunately, this came a little bit sudden in Greece. We are trying to, communicate ESG technologies and trying to make certifications of LEED, BREEAM, or WELL for our projects. As I said before, Stavros Niarchos restaurant is LEED Platinum. Hack the Box is LEED Gold and certified. And the residential that we've made in building that we've made in Vouliagmeni is BREEAM with BREEAM certification. So this assures the client that everything has been done under certain circumstances and good way of constructing, and also it increases the value of the asset.
Yes. Stelios, in your case?
I would say significantly. Everything that we do has a focus on sustainability. All our buildings are energy efficient, A++, and we use a host of tools from photovoltaic panels to thermal insulation to underfloor heating, heat pumps, both for HVAC as well as for hot water of use. Whatever we do in a sustainable way, and this in a sustainable way. And this is also something that our clients are asking. There is significant demand for this type of innovation. New technologically and sustainable building is consuming less than 1/3 of the energy that an old building is consuming. So there is significant demand on that. And if I may, Mark, to go back on your previous question about what are the key elements that sort of define premiumness. For us, design is one thing, but it's also rather subjective for a lot of our clients, whether an architectural design or not is good. But I think the important thing here is how we have a user-friendly house, where we have a house that somebody is interested in living, enjoys living in it. We spend a lot of time enhancing the spaces and the sensations that are created through the spaces that we offer. And then I totally agree with Kyriakos. Services in terms of offering a gated community, security, a wellness area, concierge or gardener or maintenance for their pools, etc. This package that you make life easy for them, is very important.
How do you balance exclusivity with environmental and social responsibility?
This is a very difficult question because exclusivity means, in my opinion, that the individuals need to have private amenities, but the general public should be able to visit freely public spaces, parks, promenades, beaches, whatever. So we should not, fragment this kind of venues. And also, what we mean exclusivity, it doesn't mean that we shouldn't take care of community. Community has to be trained. Has to be trained because everybody at the end of the day are going to live together. So they have to have the mentality that on the one hand, some of the inhabitants there should have private access to some of the venues, but on the other hand, the majority of the venues should be open to the public.
Thank you.
I think exclusivity you safeguard through your design and your design principles and the way you make sure that people don't interact to the extent they shouldn't interact. But then we focus a lot on bringing people together, on creating communities. A building is a community in itself, and we take a lot of pride in the sense that we bring like-minded people together. They have a shared objective to have a community that they live into, maintained in very good standards. And we have seen, very, very nice friendships being formed within the communities and within the buildings that we are developing. We're taking a lot of effort bringing the whole neighborhood in the picture by planting trees, by creating social events for everyone. So these are some of the acts that we're doing to make sure that these two are brought together.
Thank you. So we've seen how quality and sustainability shape projects, but what about the value these developments deliver beyond the building itself? Let's shift to the perspective of investors and communities. How do these projects create long-term value and position the Riviera globally? So, what are investors and high net worth buyers asking for in today's Riviera's projects?
As said before, because we analyzed it again, is that they need security. Not only security, when I mean security, I mean security for clear returns and a transparent management infrastructure. They also need experience. They don't need not only the venue. The last 2 years, I hear every time from investors, we need experience, we need experience. They don't care about the construction, unfortunately. They care about the experience. So what we have to give them is experience with wellness, F&B, curated F&B exactly, hospitality and beaches, whatever. Sustainability, as I said before, I don't have to expand in this, and also connectivity. We have to take care of the proximity that we should have in Greece concerning the Athens Riviera. The proximity for Athens is unbelievable because in 30 minutes from Athens you can reach the National Athens Airport. So we should take care also the proximity that those kind of individuals and institutional investors would like to have for Athens Riviera. This is, I think, that are the major parts that they are seeking for in Greece.
Stelios?
I would distinguish between the two. I think buyers, high net worth individuals, they're looking for good quality assets, good locations, views, services and amenities. They're looking for a good developer with good track record because most of these guys are typically buying off plan. So they want to make sure that projects are delivered on time. Whereas on the other side, investors, I think they're looking for a trusted partner to help them navigate the landscape and proceed with the project. They're looking for good returns and they're looking for long-term value.
Thank you. How important is mixed-use development, residences, hospitality, retail, leisure, in creating a true destination?
So, ChatGPT wrote something very nice and I would like to read it. Okay. So, sorry. Mixed-use communities, residential, hospitality, retail, leisure, diversify income streams, ensure year-round activation, and create self-sustaining premium environments. And Hellinikon is the prime example of this integrated approach. What do they mean? We are not creating, and we are not constructing venues in order to stay or be vital for the next, let's say, 5, 10 years. We have to create communities. And this is the only way that in the future, those communities could handle out everyday's operations that need to be handled in this kind of venues. So it's very crucial for us. It's very crucial for Greece to have the mentality in creating this kind of communities. We need a lot of work in this one. But it will come up in the next 5, 10 years after the major completion of the project.
Yeah. I have a question around that, because how do your projects create value for the local community and economy?
Job creation, upgraded communities, reuse of beaches, parks, promenades. They are going to live in a much better environment. In my opinion, if you will ask me, I think that Hellinikon is going to be the best place in the world to live, somebody to live. I've been all around the world, from Côte d'Azur, we will discuss it later, yeah. But I think it's going to be the best place in the world. So this is what we have to secure, Mark.
Yeah. Stelios, what's your view on that?
I think that's very important. First of all, having the infrastructure in order to attract the people. People don't come here because of the sun, Mark, and the Raki. We have to create the whole framework for them and the whole ecosystem for them to want to be here. Don't forget, these are high net worth people. They have options, right? So they can be in Miami, they can be in Hong Kong, they can choose to live in Dubai, they can choose to live everywhere in the world. So how do we attract these people to the Athenian Riviera? And the answer is through making the right ecosystem, the right schools, the right infrastructure, the right F&B so that these people can go out and dine and have fun, the right infrastructure so that they can visit some of our islands and enjoy their weekends. That's how we keep and we attract these people here. On your second question about communities, this is again something very important. We have to contribute to our local community. We have to give back, and we do this by planting trees, by creating recreational facilities around our development, by helping some needy neighbors that we might have. These are the small things that we do in giving back to our communities.
Thank you. How can the Athens Riviera position itself and have a unique edge to it?
The cutting edge is, I think, a fusion of combining archaeological and monumental and historical authenticity and heritage that we already have with modern coastal way of living. So if you combine those two, it's going to be an amazing product, in my opinion. Strengths are, as I said before, the proximity, the year-round incomes and the year-round tourism that we already have in Greece. Just to remind you that in 2015 we had about 10 million tourists per year. Now we are above 40 million, if I remember well. So the expanding in this kind of sectors is amazing.
Thank you.
I fully echo what Kyriakos said. The Athenian Riviera in particular had made strides in becoming one of the premier destinations for people wanting to live in it. I think Greece overall attracted around 1,200 high net worth individuals last year, and it continues to attract more people. And it's all about this. It's creating the right infrastructure. It's creating the right ecosystem for these people to want to come and enjoy. The sun is here, the beaches are here, great food is around, welcoming people are here, and I think one of the other very important things is history, culture, art, all of this stuff that if we bring together, and I reckon we do a fairly good job in doing that, they make the Athenian Riviera a really sought-after destination to live into.
Sorry, something for closing, okay?
Yes.
Because I'm a contractor, so two things. The first one is that Athens Riviera, especially Athens Riviera, is a newly built town, small town, instead of others all around the world. And fortunately, it has been constructed under the last most technological, better technological rules of art and engineering. So everybody who is buying in Athens Riviera is going to buy a very premium product concerning the construction and the quality of construction. And also it's going to be much cheaper than Miami, let's say. Much, much cheaper. So those two things are also very crucial for investors' decision.
Thank you very much. To conclude, thank you very much, Kyriakos and Stelios, for sharing your valuable perspective today. We've heard how landmark projects are reshaping the Athens Riviera, how quality and sustainability now define premium development, and how these investments create value that extend to both investors and a wider community. The Athens Riviera is at a turning point with vision and commitment. It has the potential to rival with the world's most prestigious coastline destinations, but in its own authentic way. I would like, on behalf of the Athens Riviera Summit, thank our speakers for their insights and for all of you joining us today. I wish you a very productive continuation of the conference. I would hereby also like to introduce our next guest, Mr. George Veniholou. Thank you so much.